Welcome back to another SmartFit Method 101. In our last series, we dove deeper into what is strength. In this series, I'd like to discuss a little bit more about stability and how do we make sure that we prevent falls as we go forward. Well, stability comes down to three key factors in our opinion. First of all, we must have good glute activation. It's very important that our hips are active, that our glutes are firing, and that our adductors and abductors are working correctly. This is going to allow us to get out of a chair with ease, not having to push down on anything nor to stand up. It's also going to allow us to keep our gait speed. Our gait speed is really important because it's our ability to move at 1 meter per second. All of society is actually structured on a 1 meter per second gait speed. So when you try to cross a street, you have to be able to move at 1 meter per second in order to make it across in time for the flashing light. Now, glute activation will lead directly to our gait speed. In addition to that, ankle flexion becomes very important. Ankle flexion is very important because if our ankles are rigid and stiff, we're going to lose the ability to be able to catch ourselves when we begin to fall. One of the biggest challenges is falling sideways and then getting our wrists out there. What we want to be able to do is step across quickly, or ideally, not even have to step across because our ankle flexion allows us to rebalance ourselves. We're going to talk more in series to come about how we can improve both glute activation and ankle flexion. But also don't forget that eccentric load is really important. Now, in most fitness environments, we never train eccentrically. Most of the training is concentric. In other words, we push a weight above our head and then we just allow gravity to bring it back down. And because we lose that eccentric strength, we lose our ability to brake. And our braking motion is what's important. Think of a downhill skier. That is all eccentric. As they move down the hill, they're simply using their eccentric muscle to be able to control their speed. Now, when we think about falling and the loss of stability, people generally fall stepping off of curbs, not up curbs. And the reason for that is they lose their braking motion. So it's really important that when we train, that we focus heavily on eccentric load. This will assist us in slowing down as we move downward and preventing future falls. So again, stability comes down to glute activation, ankle flexion, and eccentric load.